Hello everyone and welcome back. In this video I'm going to talk to you about the mayor of Naples, and I'll put a link to this article in the description for the video. Naples Mayor Teresa Heitmann arrested for probation violation. So Mayor Heitmann was on probation as a result of a DUI arrest that happened in 2024. And apparently at the time she had a blood alcohol level that was twice the legal limit, which is 0.08 here in the state of Florida. Apparently this time there was something else in her system, and it appears that she failed the drug test. It says she tested positive for cannabinoids. In other words, she was using marijuana, allegedly. So before I get further into this, let me explain how this typically works. You get arrested for DUI and you get put on probation. Now, I don't know if this was a first DUI, a second DUI, but it sounds like she was arrested in February of 2024, and at some point down the road, she pled no contest and was placed on probation. So probation is a court-imposed sanction where the court basically says, if you do this, 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 and this, I won't throw you in jail. So, and there are what they call special conditions of probation, and there are general conditions of probation. And, there's probably been an allegation that whether it was a special condition or a general condition, I don't know, because I don't have the actual order that was signed by the judge. But typically, if you're on probation for DUI, it's going to be a general condition of probation that, well, you don't use anything that, might affect, your ability to function normally, i.e. using drugs. So she is being accused of violating her probation because she tested positive for drugs. And I would imagine that she was probably brought in for some type of random drug testing, and it came back positive. Now, her defense attorney is saying he's produced new documents showing 2 negative drug tests that were done by a local medical doctor after she failed the probation drug test. Again, I don't know when those tests were done, because obviously if she had marijuana in her system at some point, if there was a period of time that passed, she might well test negative. And again, I don't know the time frame. We don't know the time frame, but I'm sure that's going to be an issue. So because it's a probation violation, there's going to be an initial preliminary hearing where the court will say, okay, Mayor, do you plead guilty or not guilty to violating your probation? And if she says, I'm not guilty, it'll go to a final hearing where it'll be like a small trial, but there won't be a jury. It'll just be in front of the judge. And the state will present their evidence, and the defense, if they have evidence, again, they don't have to produce evidence, but it sounds like to me in this case they're going to. They're going to say, look, the doctor over here is going to testify she didn't pass the drug, she didn't fail the drug test. In fact, she passed the one that he gave her. So there's going to be an issue here of whether or not the test that was administered by the state was accurate. Okay, the court will have to, come to that reckoning. Was it accurate? Was it not accurate? But it's also possible that, like the criminal case, she could plead guilty or no contest to violating her probation. There could be an agreement. She does an extra 50 hours of community service. We extend her probation, whatever it happens to be. Or she decides to contest it. She loses the hearing, and then the judge can sentence her to jail time. So interesting stuff here, but I think this just goes to show you that, substance use, behavioral health issues, mental illness, they affect everybody. And here we have it, the mayor of Naples, and she may well be going to jail. And I guess people are calling for her resignation. And yeah, they may just get it. But maybe she'll say, I'm fighting this. I'm not guilty. I got a drug test here done by my doctor. It says I'm not guilty, and I'm not resigning. So interesting to see how this plays out. But here we go. The mayor of Naples arrested for violating her probation. And if you're a family out there and you've got somebody in the family who's dealing with a substance use issue, and you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, we'd like to talk to you. Let's see what options are available to you, legal and non-legal. If there's an issue in your family and I haven't made a video about that issue, let me know. I'll make you a video. These videos I make are about not just giving you information, but how they relate to the kind of work that we do, how they relate to what you're dealing with as a family. So please reach out to us if you'd like to have that conversation. And if you like this content, please give me a thumbs up. And if you want more of this that I put out for you every day, please subscribe to the channel. Take care. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.